My interest in high school stemmed around the engineering program that we had available at Westside High School. So I was a part of that program, and because of that, I was able to take a lot of advanced placement courses, and one of my favorite courses became chemistry. And I went to the Governor's Honors Program afterwards. I really knew that I wanted to go somewhere with a strong chemistry program, and for me, that fit was the University of Georgia. And I knew where I wanted to go, I just didn't know if I had the means to get there. It really came down to my financial situation. I was looking at how I could pay for college without having to burden my family. My family's had some up and downs in their medical history, and so I was really excited for the opportunity to be able to do something on my own. And whenever I heard about this opportunity through the Peyton Anderson Foundation Scholars Program, I was really excited to be able to apply, to be a part of that. But also it meant that I could go to college and I could get my education and follow my dreams without having to worry about if my family would be able to make their ends meet at home. I also have an older sister who was also in college at the time, so being able to be financially independent was very important for me. I was actually one of the first scholars to receive the Peyton Anderson Foundation scholarship through their newly instituted scholarship program. I was very excited to hear about the legacy of Mr. Anderson and about all that he's done for our community. I think that there's so much that goes on behind the scenes in Macon that can be attributed to him and his legacy and all of the people at the Peyton Anderson Foundation. So for me to be able to join that family and be able to be a part of that legacy was really exciting. I did have other academic assistants as well whenever I went to Georgia. I think the best part about having the Peyton Anderson Foundation financially support me as well was that it wasn't just, here's a check. It was, here's this family that you're now a part of, and here are the calls and the messages and the emails that say, I'm here and I'm supporting you. Also to have this network of support behind me from my hometown community, that meant the world to me. Being able to go from Macon to Athens, Georgia and say, I'm a Peyton Anderson Scholar, and being able to pursue my dreams with that support behind me truly was just heartwarming. Whenever I went to the University of Georgia, the people that I knew were just a couple of folks from my school. But whenever I came into the Peyton Anderson Foundation, I met people from all across Macon who I may have not otherwise met. They're still my friends to this day. I talk to them, and some of them came to my wedding. Some of them call and text me, and I call and text them to see how they're doing and kind of where life is for them right now. But I really came into this network and this community of people who had the same background from me. They were from Macon. They grew up here, and they went to the same schools that I went to, and they went through the same process of growing up that I did here in Macon. My favorite part, I think, of being a Peyton Anderson Scholar is as a graduate student, whenever I walk around campus or whenever I have students come into my classroom that are wearing the Peyton Anderson gear, that's really cool for me to be able to see that this isn't just about the people that were in Macon whenever I was in Macon. This is a continuous process for transforming the students that are in Macon and making sure that they recognize that there are opportunities available for them to get them to where they need to be to pursue their dreams. I hope to stay involved with the Peyton Anderson Foundation after I earn my Ph.D. I hope to continue to be a part of that support network for other students, and eventually I'm looking forward to finding my way back home to Macon. I also think that coming to the Peyton Anderson Foundation and learning more about what this scholarship program has to offer, whether you receive the scholarship or not, it's still important to recognize that there are people in our community who want you to succeed and who you've never met but already know that you're going to do great things.